Daily military reports reported. The Carl Vinson carrier strike group is drilling near Hawaii this week as it prepares for an upcoming deployment later this summer. After a maintenance period in which the Navy updated the carrier so it could accommodate the CMV-22B Osprey, USS Carl Vinson, CVN-70, is expected to deploy later this summer to the Indo-Pacific region. In August 2020, Vinson completed a 17-month maintenance availability to receive major upgrades in order to support 5th-generation aircraft, making Vinson the first aircraft carrier equipped to support both the F-35C Lightning II and CMV-22B Osprey, U.S. 3rd Fleet said in a news release. Upgrades include enhanced jet blast deflectors able to take the increased heat generated by the F-35C and the addition of the Autonomic Logistics Information System, which is the new computer network that supports the unique maintenance and tactical operations functions of the advanced aircraft. Vinson is drilling with Carrier Air Wing 2, along with 5 destroyers: USS Dewey, DDG-105, USS Howard, DDG-83, USS O'Kane, DDG-77, USS Michael Murphy, DDG-112, and USS Chafee, DDG-90, that make up Destroyer Squadron 1, according to 3rd Fleet. Other components of the Air Wing include 3 U.S. Navy Strike Fighter Squadrons that fly the EA-18 Super Hornet, 1 Electronic Attack Squadron that operates the EA-18G Growler, 1 Airborne Command and Control Squadron that operates the E-2D Hawkeye, 1 Helicopter Maritime Strike Squadron and 1 Helicopter Sea Combat Squadron. Through multiplatform integration, CVW-2 will provide fleet commanders the ability to achieve the advantage across multiple domains. During the training, Vinson will perform flight operations and the destroyers will work with 2 Coast Guard cutters, USCGC Oliver Berry, WPC-1124, and USCGC Midget, WMSL 757, the Navy said. Subsequently, Vinson will be conducting combat efficiency operations to include integrated flight operations between CVW-2's carrier-based aircraft and land-based Marine Corps and Air Force fighter squadrons, as well as U.S. Coast Guard C-130s, according to the news release from 3rd Fleet. Vinson's training near Hawaii comes ahead of the carrier's expected deployment to the Indo-Pacific, as forward-deployed carrier USS Ronald Reagan, CVN-76, will make a rare patrol in the Middle East to support the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. Training in the HIOA is an exciting opportunity to integrate with the other services in order to promote peace and maintain a free and open Indo-Pacific, Rear ADM. Dan Martin, the Carrier Strike Group 1 commander, said in the news release. We look forward to enhancing partnerships within the Joint Force as well as strengthening relationships with our allies and partners in the region. Reagan will relieve USS Eisenhower, CVN-69, which is currently out for its 2nd deployment within a year and has been operating in U.S. Central Command. USS Carl Vinson, CVN-70, is the United States Navy's 3rd Nimitz-class supercarrier. She is named for Carl Vinson, a congressman from Georgia, in recognition of his contributions to the U.S. Navy. The ship was launched in 1980, undertook her maiden voyage in 1983, and underwent refueling and overhaul between 2005 and 2009. Besides deployments in Operation Desert Strike, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Southern Watch, and Operation Enduring Freedom, Carl Vinson was involved in a number of notable events. The body of Osama bin Laden was buried at sea in 2011 from the deck of Carl Vinson, and that same year, on Veterans Day, she played host to the first NCAA basketball game on an aircraft carrier between North Carolina and Michigan State. A member of the United States House of Representatives for 50 years, Carl Vinson was, for 29 years, the chairman of the House Naval Affairs and Armed Services Committee. Vinson was the principal sponsor of the so-called Vinson Acts, culminating in the Two-Ocean Navy Act of 1940, which provided for the massive naval shipbuilding effort in World War II. USS Carl Vinson was commissioned on the 13th of March 1982 at Newport News, Virginia. Present were the Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Thomas B. Hayward, Secretary of the Navy John F. Lehman, keynote speaker Senator John Tower, and ship's sponsor Molly Sneed, who was Vinson's nurse for 34 years. After commissioning, Carl Vinson put to sea to conduct flight deck certifications, an evaluation designed to test the ship's ability to conduct modern U.S. Navy carrier air operations. That was followed by numerous at-sea periods for various training evolutions along the East Coast. Carl Vinson departed Norfolk on the 1st of March 1983 with Carrier Air Wing 15 embarked for her maiden deployment, an 8-month, around-the-world cruise that had them operate in the Mediterranean Sea, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, South China Sea, and Pacific Ocean in a multitude of exercises and with port visits in Monte Carlo, Monaco, Casablanca, Morocco, Abidjan, Ivory Coast, Perth, Australia, Subic Bay, Philippines, Hong Kong, Sasebo, Japan, Tucson, Republic of Korea, and Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, before arriving in her new home port of Naval Air Station Alameda, California, arriving on the 28th of October 1983. Carl Vinson participated in RIMPAC 84 before departing on the 14th of October 1984 for an overseas deployment in the Western Pacific. Carrier Air Wing 15 was embarked. From January until April 1985, Carl Vinson was in the Indian Ocean for 107 consecutive days. The WestPac deployment included Sea of Japan operations while pursuing a Soviet Charlie I-class submarine in the Indian Ocean. The carrier received her first Meritorious Unit Commendation for operations conducted from November 1984 to May 1985. In February, the Chief of Naval Operations named Carl Vinson the winner of the Admiral James H. Flatley Memorial Award for Operational Readiness and Aviation Safety for 1984. On the 12th of August 1986, the ship departed Alameda for a Western Pacific deployment, again with CVW-15 aboard, and in the process became the first modern U.S. aircraft carrier to operate in the Bering Sea. In January 1987, after operating extensively in the Indian Ocean and North Arabian Sea, Carl Vinson transited the Bering Sea once more while returning to NAS Alameda. Carl Vinson departed on her 5th deployment, again with CVW-15, on the 1st of February 1990, the last deployment for the A-7 Corsair. The ship returned to Alameda on the 30th of July 1990. On the 22nd of September 1990, Carl Vinson entered the yards at Bremerton Naval Station, Washington for a 28-month complex overhaul, COH.